Life is a mysterious game we play, like Monopoly or Shoots and Ladders. The winner is nobody but everybody at the same time, so look to the sky and ponder your great mysteries, like why do we exist? Who created the cosmos? And why did Taco Bell take the potato items off the menu just to slowly introduce them again? Luckily, there is a podcast that will ask these same questions. And this week, our heroes will try not to laugh at penis jokes to hopefully bring closure to your small quandaries. Now, please, hold a listening ear out to Michael and Cody on Peaked at Birth. How's it going, guys? Welcome to the podcast.
Damn, that was good.
I worked really hard on that one.
That's awesome. I'm almost convinced that should be our intro the entire time.
See, I was heavily thinking about it. What do you guys think, you listeners? Let us know.
Oh gosh, that was funny. I had to turn my mic off because I was laughing too hard.
No, I understand. Anyway, welcome to Peaked at Birth, ladies and gentlemen, and those who do not identify.
Welcome.
We
As you know, I'm Cody, and that is Michael.
Yeah, it's me.
So, all right,
I was afraid my voice wasn't going to be bassy enough for that.
I was good. It was good. It worked.
Awesome. So I don't know anything.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah,
How are you this week, Michael?
I'm alive. How are you?
Agreed. I'm doing good. Just chilling. I'm actually very satisfied with the time that we're recording this because rather than it being super late at night,
Oh
ladies and
yeah,
gentlemen, it is mid-afternoon
and
or
it's a
closer to
pretty good.
evening,
It's a
but
pretty good feeling day too. It's like mid 80s.
it is, yeah. I am currently in the process of getting a new desk set up. If I were on webcam right now, you would see a trashed up office. So I'm glad you're not
Yeah, I'm glad
seeing
this
it.
is an audio podcast.
Yeah. One,
Well, for
I
now, for now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think at one point we want to do like visuals, but for now it is just a audio podcast, thank God. So
Absolutely.
yeah. But other than that, I'm great. We had
Yeah.
my girlfriend's mom in this weekend and she was very helpful and fun to talk to and she gives a good conversation, so
Yeah.
that's all fine and dandy.
My wife's been out of town, so I haven't been stressed out about cleaning the house. Feels pretty nice.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah. So it's just been like a nice chill week. So what music have you been listening to?
Not a you know, as sad as it is to say, I haven't been listening to a lot of music this week.
Mhm.
I usually listen to music at work,
Yeah.
but I've actually been watching a lot of Twitch streams at work. Like listening, I kind of listen. I don't really watch them. I should say
Yeah.
I listen to them
I mean, my
as I'm
wife
working.
watches like football games and basketball games at work.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to them as I'm
Yeah.
doing my job. So, yeah. And it's mainly been so like earlier in the mornings, I watch for those of you who know Twitch or Call of Duty streamers specifically, I watch Cloaksy in the mornings, and then as soon as my phone tells me that Tim the Tap Man is live, I switch over to Tim the Tap Man because that guy's fucking hilarious. And listen to his just chatting segment for I don't know, the first 30 45 minutes of his stream where he mainly rants about anime.
Yeah.
And then I watch him rage in Call of Duty when Cloaksy or Nick Merckx or Courage JD or whoever they're playing with says something stupid to him and he gets pissed off. It's pretty funny.
I love Courage actually.
Courage is great.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
Oh man, all of his stuff with Smitty is really good too.
Um, Actually, there's a video I'll have to send you because it's really good.
Mhm, mhm,
But
mhm.
he's playing with Tim and no, he's playing with Tim, Aiden, and one other person. I can't remember the other person. But he decides to play Call of Duty with a wheel, and every 2 minutes he spins the wheel, and he has to do something stupid. So like either fall to his death, drop his money, drop his ammo, drop his plates, uh, fire his gun for 15 seconds straight, stupid stuff like that. It's so funny. And Tim is losing his fucking mind the entire time.
I low key actually love that idea.
It's so good. It's so good.
Ugh.
But yeah,
We didn't write down any topics this week.
we didn't. No, we're just kind of winging it. It's a good week. I have high energy. I'm
Yeah, yeah,
hydrated.
yeah, 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 yeah. I've been drinking Hawaiian Punch for the past 24 hours.
Hell yeah. All
Yeah.
that sugar, sugar.
It's actually not as bad as you think it is.
Fair.
Yeah, I think it's like anywhere between 40 to 60 calories for 8 ounces.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair.
low sugar
Um.
content, surprisingly.
Right. So, um, uh, to go back on the question you asked me, Michael, what have you been listening to this week?
Oh, a little this, little that. Uh,
That tells
for real
me
though,
nothing.
as you know, I don't listen to a lot of mainstream music.
No.
Just because I have it's not vendettas, but I have personal disagreements with the modern music industry. Um, but I listen to a lot of pop punk and like math rock and stuff like that. Some of the lesser known emo genres, and I found a really good band that I really enjoy listening to.
Who's that?
Rat Mouse.
Frat Mouse. I'm gonna look this
Yeah,
up right now as you say. Frat, not fart mouse. Frat Mouse.
Rat Mouse. Yeah, they're like a small. I think they're Florida emo. They're not even like
California.
screamo emo. It's just like somber guitar and awesome drum drops and whatnot.
They're from California.
Oh, it is
Fun fact.
California. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought it was one of the big coastal states.
Yeah. Neato. They're on Spotify. Check them
Yeah,
out.
yeah, they're
Frat
really
Mouse.
good. They're really good.
They have 3 albums out called
Hmm.
Rat Pack, The Frag Movie, and Plywood.
Yes.
Check them out.
My favorite song from them is Black Ops 2 Zombies.
Okay.
But
I
Giga
see that right
Chad
there.
Jawline is actually a really good song as well.
All right.
Those are the two I rotate through all the time.
There is a band that I really like that's on Spotify.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
I don't know if you've heard them, but they're called The Rex. Like, Rex something,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
They're called The Rex, and they're very good. Like,
I have two
if
like songs by them.
two like songs by them,
Yep.
they're good. I love
Freaking
them.
Out, the acoustic version, because I think that one's the superior one. And then
Okay.
I Don't Like You.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the ones I think you should listen to because I think they're really good.
Hmm.
Is where's that? Oh, I need to. Can I see their albums? Thank you. Figure This Out, which is on their Panic Vertigo EP,
Hmm.
and okay, really the first 3 songs on that song or on that album, that EP are really good. So
Yeah.
Figure This Out, James Dean, Way with Words are really good.
And
Figure This Out has a killer like drum drop like in the middle of it,
mhm.
and it just like hits really hard, and then I don't know, I like it a lot.
Man,
So
I said I don't like modern pop music, but goddamn, do I fucking love AJR.
yeah, they're so good. Oh my gosh,
They're so enjoyable to listen to. It's just like
they have like a weird like different
sound
sound to them.
almost. Yeah.
Yeah, like Weak and Bang, good songs,
Hmm.
great song,
Hmm.
love them.
Don't Throw Out My Legos. That's
Never
a
heard that one.
Oh, dude, it's such a good one. It's
Don't throw out my Legos. Okay,
yeah.
see ya.
When I
I'm gonna have to
used to
listen
work
to it.
at a generic craft store, uh, that was like I always called that the coolest song to ever play at that store
Yeah,
because it was just so different from everything else that they would play.
yeah.
It was so cool. One of my favorite artists just released a new album, kind of in the same genre he used to produce music. So this artist Jeff Rosenstock,
Mhm.
he he's definitely more of like a rock indie kind of artist. He was in a band, I want to say in the early 2000s called Bomb the Industry or Bomb the Music Industry. And they decided to do solo stuff. I don't know the full story, so don't sue me on this one for anything.
Don't at
But
me.
yeah, don't at me. But when he started doing his solo stuff, he started kind of focusing on a different kind of music style, and he just released a kind of like a ska album. Although it's not really ska, it's more of just like that style of rock. but I just listened through the entirety of it like today. It's good. It's solid. I'm a I'm an audiophile if you couldn't tell,
Right.
and a
Um,
cinephile or a cinemaphile. Is that what it is?
I have no idea.
It's when
I
it's like you get a hard on for movies and how they're made.
Yes. Um, so because we don't have any topics to talk about this week, I am scrolling. There's a cool thing on my phone where Google
Mhm.
recommends articles for me to read or
Oh, that's really
like
cool.
headlines and
I wrote
stuff.
down like a couple questions,
Okay.
but like
Um,
other than that, it's like I don't fucking know what I'm gonna talk about
so
this week.
I there's the first thing that showed up, and this is kind of a thing that I guess I look at a lot because I'm trying to become more of a streamer.
Right,
Because content creation is something that I kind of
dude.
like.
It's kind of fun.
It
I just
it's it's fun, and like I don't know. I just want to see if it takes me anywhere, but it's like
yeah,
a
the
part
growth
time
part of
thing.
it's definitely the hardest part. Is just waiting for your 15 minutes or
Yeah.
trying to earn it.
So right. So, and the reason why I bring that up is because I just saw it says Apex Legends streamer Shiv FPS is banned from Twitch.
Whoa.
So it says some of the two biggest controversies in the gaming content world right now are hackers slash cheaters in video games like Apex Legends and high profile Twitch bans. Those worlds collided recently with Shiv FPS, one of the biggest Apex Legends streamers. The content creator has been suspended from the streaming platform for breaching Twitch guidelines, but FPS is unhappy about it and is putting the blame on hackers.
Interesting.
Um, Let me read a little bit through this. Yes.
Wow. I don't want there to be dead
Okay.
air. Sorry.
Okay. So no, you're fine. You're fine. So reading through this, it shows that cheaters were messing with Shiv's games
Mhm.
and was ruining his day. And he apparently, I mean, it just basically comes down to him using racial slurs or hateful slurs, is what it says.
Oh wow.
Uh, which brings some
Yeah,
negative
or controversy
repercussions.
in general.
Right. So that's that.
Ugh, it's a rough day. I mean, if this was like 2017 or something like that, I'd be like, I understand why you got that angry, but it's like, because of the current environment, I don't know. Some slurs, if not most, are completely unacceptable to use outside of like personal contexts.
Absolutely. Um, I know as a kid I was really stupid.
Oh, dude, we
Uh,
were both
and
awful. Good lord.
um, but given today's world and kind of how everything's going, I have done everything in my power to stop my horrible
Mhm.
habits, and now am on a path of growth,
You
if
could
you
just
will.
call it a cleanse.
There you go. Yeah, that works too.
Yeah,
Cleanse,
yeah. I call it a
a big
cleanse.
cleanse.
Because I mean,
So
everyone from like I don't know, 2013 till about 2018, everyone was edgy.
yeah,
All humor and whatnot. That was all edgy, and it works. There are some humors that work in that style, but a lot of it was just pushy and rude.
yeah. Um, so another article I see, and I don't know how much you know about this, but a while back, Conor McGregor, famous
Hmm.
UFC fighter,
Yeah.
was in a pub, and I guess if you know anything about Conor McGregor, he owns his own whiskey company called Proper
Right.
12.
Right.
So this guy is in a pub,
It's on my
and
list to try actually.
Proper 12, yeah.
Hmm.
I want to try it. I don't like whiskey that much, but I'll try it. Um, but anyway, this dude in this pub tells Connor that his whiskey is trash, and then just starts bashing it. And Connor punches the dude. I mean, he just like goes off and like punches him, right?
Oh.
And so Connor got like thrown out of the bar or whatever. Well,
Yeah.
this this article I saw says Conor McGregor buys pub where he assaulted customer, then bans him.
What?
Yeah. So the pub where he assaulted the dude, and got fined or whatever.
Mhm.
He bought that pub and then banned the dude that he punched.
What Giga Chad move, my guy?
Like,
That is like pure alpha.
here's what I say. Here's what I have to say to that. You ready?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Conor McGregor. and I say that because he has the fucking money, right?
Right.
He has so much money, he can just walk up to the owner and be like, "I want to buy your pub from you." Like, you could still work there. You take care of my. I
Yeah,
want to
you could be
buy
my
this from
manager.
you. I want to buy this place from you for one sole reason, but I'm not gonna tell you. Right? He buys it. You know
Yeah.
what he does? That guy that I punched, yeah, fuck him. Get him out. Not allowed back. Like,
It's so petty. I love it.
fuck you, dude.
It's so petty.
That's me
That's the
though.
pettiest thing ever.
Low key, that's me. Like, if someone really pissed me off and I really just wanted to get back at them, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds stupid. And it is. Don't get me wrong. It's
Right.
dumb as fuck. But like, that's what I would do.
I
I'd
mean,
be like, you know what? I hate you.
after living with my wife for so long, the only language petty understands is petty.
Yeah, for real.
And so it's like the only way to deal with those sort of people is just be petty back.
Right. So yeah, that's funny.
Jesus.
I love that. Um, Other than that, I really don't see a whole lot of other interesting
You know one
articles.
thing I've always wanted to do?
What's that?
So like I heard Gus Johnson talk about this on their podcast. Gus and Eddie.
Love Gus.
Oh
Love
god.
Gus.
Such a good podcast. But
You have such a hard on for that podcast. I'm just
dude,
saying.
it's so good. It's such a funny podcast. Anyway,
I agree with you.
this is our podcast. We're going to talk about our podcast.
Okay.
So he mentioned how him and his buddies used to go to like secondhand shops, so like Salvation Army, Goodwill, any of those. They would like buy costumes essentially and then go to casinos after like creating characters for the night that they would like be. I think that's like the
hmm
coolest idea. Just like
So,
I'm Tex Worthington and I'm gonna play blackjack. You know.
so wait, they're doing what? Sorry, say that again.
So what they would do is they would sit down, they would like create personas for the night, like characters that they would like essentially role play as while at
Oh,
casinos. They would go to secondhand stores and they would buy like clothes for that character. And
oh
then
my
when
god.
they
Okay,
went to the casino, they would only play table games and pretend to be those characters at the table. And I think that's
I
the
love that.
funniest thing ever.
The
Like,
only the only thing that like sucks about that is because you can't film in casinos,
no, you
right?
can't. Yeah.
So like that,
I feel like that would just be like a good friend to friend interaction, though. It'd just be like a
yeah,
really good bonding exercise just for
it
friends.
it'd be funny because like no one like obviously no one around you would know.
Yeah,
Like
except
it's
for if
just
you
you and your
personally know the people at the table,
right. So it's just like this.
which
It's just
in
like this big
Kansas
fucking
is a
joke.
pretty good odd considering we have a friend who claims he doesn't, but does have a gambling addiction.
We do.
Yeah, Tyler
Oh,
H
okay.
Bone.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, he 100% has a gambling addiction.
Yeah, but doesn't he make really good money
Yeah,
or decent money at
yeah,
the very
he
least?
makes decent money. He works at
Fuck
one of
that
the
guy.
airplane plants.
Fuck that guy. Anyway,
You know, you
no,
creep.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding because I love that kid. He's so funny,
He's
and
such
he's
a
really like,
doofus, dude.
yeah, he's really like silly and is confusing sometimes, but like he is probably one of the most genuine people I know.
Oh,
Honestly,
absolutely,
like
absolutely.
he's a really good guy. He's just low IQ. I okay. So
I
funny
love
story
hanging
about
out with
that.
him though. He's such a sweet guy.
Yeah. So funny story about that.
Oh,
About him specifically.
hmm,
So one of our other our buddies was running a 3.5 D&D campaign, and me, one of our best friends, and then a few other people were a part of that campaign with said guy.
oh, are you talking
And
about big tall boy with the dump truck
yeah, yeah,
ass?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So he was DM, but we hosted at mine and in our other friend's old house.
Hmm.
And I have a dog. She's cute. She's great. But she she really liked Tyler specifically. She loved this kid, and so
Kid's got a
just
heart of gold, man.
for real. But he, he's he's sitting on the couch and Ella's all over him, like just loving on him. Like it's the sweetest little thing. And I don't know, I felt like being a shithead for some reason. And out of nowhere, I'm like, you know what, Tyler, it's kind of cute because you finally found someone who has the same IQ as you.
Dude, that's so
And,
mean.
dude, and freaking everyone in the room was just like jaw dropped, and they're like, "Where did that come from? What? Us? Why?" I was like, I don't know. It just kinda came to my head and I had
No,
to say it.
that's the funniest thing about Tyler. Like he is the
God.
nicest guy ever. Easiest punching bag.
Yeah, yeah, and I felt I feel bad about it now because it really just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like he didn't deserve that.
Yeah, I
But
mean, he does stuff that warrants that type of attitude towards him, but,
yeah.
like, come on. You can't just attack him out of the blue. Uh, Actually, I'm guilty of doing that.
It's just so
I'm
funny.
absolutely dude, I'm actually worse towards David.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy, I love that kid too. Again, heart of gold, one
Yeah.
of the sweetest guys ever.
Dumb as a box of rocks, dude.
I wouldn't say dumb. He's pretty smart. But he just leaves himself open
He
for
does,
like
yeah.
he opens a door and then just like for it's like leave the barn
And then,
door
like,
or
leaves it open because he's like, "I'm trying to put stuff through it too," and it's like, "No, you don't understand.
well yeah
You're"
because it's like you make fun of him, he tries to make fun of himself, and then it just sounds even dumber, and they're
No, no,
like,
no, no,
okay,
no, no. So, what he does is, he thinks he hits, like, the things that you're sensitive about. So if, like, he opens the door, like, he says something stupid, just completely out of left field, dumbest thing you've ever heard. Call him out on it. And then he's like, "Yeah, well, he does the stammer, and then,
hmm
hits you with something that doesn't actually hurt. And then it's
oh
like,
yeah,
"Oh, so you've opened up the floodgates, buddy."
he tries really hard to get you, and then really just like pisses you off because he tried really hard, and then you just
It doesn't even piss you
it,
off. It's more of just like, all right, buddy, you want to play with this? You want to do
the
this now?
punching yeah, he throws down the punching bag and you just fucking go for it.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Queef in its face.
Yeah. Oh, what was it? I saw. Oh, so in
I
get
love
for
David.
gamers, yeah, great guy. For gamers out there,
Hmm.
because we're gamers too.
Big old
Call of
gamer
Duty,
boys.
Call of Duty just dropped their new update this past week.
Yes, and it's
Um,
okay.
it's alright so far. I haven't leveled up enough to get new guns. Nor do I have the money to
I
just buy
could
the
already
guns.
tell
So
you just
fuck you
from
guys.
I can already tell you just from playing against it, the PPSH is good.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, it's great. It's I don't know. I think it's probably going to be one of my the guns I use the most
Yeah.
coming soon, simply because I just want to level it up,
It's
and
the
I've liked the
it's like the
PPSH.
only gun I used in World War II.
Yeah.
And then I got that
Um.
MP40 and then I used that primarily. Hello.
Right.
Sorry, my dog had my arm in her mouth.
Nice.
Yeah.
Um. But they also had this big event for Warzone, which was really cool.
Mhm.
I watched a lot of it.
Yeah,
Um.
you know what? I liked part 1. I didn't like any of the Rebirth Island stuff just because I don't like Rebirth Island.
Yeah, Rebirth Island's really annoying.
It's just too small.
Yeah.
For the amount of people
Um.
it has on it, it's just too small.
Yeah. But I think the update did some good things and some bad things. A lot of people are upset that Warzone or that Verdansk didn't get completely changed like they thought. But I think the way they brought about the new map opens a lot of doors for what could be happening. Because
I just love that they're
if
trying to bring lore to a BR that isn't Apex.
yes, so um, for anyone who or for those Call of Duty fans out there, you know that obviously Cold War is the major game right now. I don't know what's going to happen when Sledgehammer makes their new version of a World War II Call of Duty. I don't think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be trash because I mean, I know a lot of people liked World War II, but I think World War II was just kind of bad, personally.
I enjoyed it because
Yeah, and I
it
mean,
was I mean out of like the era of jetpack Call of Duties, it was like the one that was boots on the ground.
right. Well, and Black Ops 4 was boots on the ground too.
Yeah.
Well, it was the first like back to normal boots on the ground.
For the Black
at
Ops
least.
franchise. World War II was
Yeah.
first, though.
Yeah. So where was I going with this?
I have no idea.
But I think it's what I was saying is I think it's opening a lot of doors because they brought Verdansk back to the Cold War era, which is where Cold War is set. Obviously,
Yeah.
haha, funny, funny. Um,
You think they're
but I think
gonna? Never mind. Go.
they are not, and I found out they are not going to merge Sledgehammer's version of the game into Warzone. It's actually going to be completely separate. So Warzone alone is just going to have its own updates for
You
a
think they're
good
gonna put
amount
it
of
on
time.
the Black Ops client, or do you think it's still?
Warzone?
Yeah.
No, they
Okay.
won't. It's already been they've talked about it, and they're keeping Warzone on the engine that it started in,
Mm.
and then they're just going to keep updating it from there. Um, because
So
that's
eventually, it might
it's a
get
lot
like
of
graphical
tweaking.
overhauls and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. But Warzone is its own game. Like
Yeah, it runs through the Modern Warfare client. That's why I was asking if it was gonna go through Cold War.
I'm sure what's going to happen is when they make a new
Like
when
when
Infinity
Infinity
Ward,
Ward makes its own again, like its
yeah, when
sequel.
it's probably going to take over the Infinity Ward because it's primarily Infinity Ward.
Yeah.
And Raven. No, sorry, it's primarily Raven, but Treyarch and Infinity Ward uh feed into it.
Hmm.
Sledgehammer they've already decided Sledgehammer is not going to feed into it at all. Which, if for those who don't know, Sledgehammer is the one who made World War II.
Didn't they also do Modern Warfare 3?
No, that
Okay.
was Infinity Ward. Sledgehammer World War II was the first one Sledgehammer did. And then they were supposed to do
Because
a
I thought they
game.
helped with Modern Warfare 3.
I mean, they may have, but that's so long ago at this point, I don't remember exactly. Um, but they were supposed to do the game after Modern Warfare, so it was supposed to be this year that Sledgehammer did a game.
Oh, like their own
But
independent game.
yes, they were supposed to add on to their series of games.
Hmm.
Um,
World War
but
3 or World War 2 2.
that's exactly what they're doing. They're doing another World War II game,
I hope it's called World
which
War 2 2.
I hope so. That'd be funny,
That would honestly, that's the thing that Call of Duty needs. It needs to bring back the absurdity.
right?
It's starting to get up its own ass again.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, they were supposed to bring a game this year, and then they were behind,
Yeah,
um, and they just weren't prepared. So they're gonna be next year's game, from what I understand.
which is
Um,
fine because I mean this year's was Treyarch's release anyway.
yeah, and Treyarch is. I love Treyarch games. Sorry, I'm a
Talk about
I'm
this
a
every night, man.
I'm a simp for Treyarch. I know they're just. I don't know. In my opinion, they're just the better gaming or the
Uh,
better Call of Duty creators. I mean, that's just me. I
I'm a
don't know.
simp for the Titanfall developers.
Respawn.
Yeah.
Yep, I do think that Apex and Titanfall are great games.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Yep.
And speaking of Apex, they have an
Season nine's
update for
coming out soon. Yeah.
season 9 is coming, and I'm excited for it.
It's looking like it's doing a bunch of changes.
So
I think it
one of
might be
the
bringing it back to like the season 0 style.
so the biggest update that I've seen, or okay, there's a couple big updates. One of them
Yeah.
is that obviously we're getting a new legend,
Mhm.
and it's Valkyrie is her name.
And she is the daughter of a Titanfall 2 character.
Okay, I see. I didn't know that part, so I'm
Yeah.
glad you know.
Yeah.
Um,
One of the enemy pilots you fight against.
gotcha. Um, Second big update, they're bringing a new weapon to the game, and it's a bow, which I think is really fucking cool.
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
I'm again a fucking sucker for like bow combat
You
in
think it's going to be
general.
one of those like red weapons like the longbow?
No, it won't be.
Or not the longbow, but like the peacekeeper and stuff.
Yeah, no, it will not be. They've already just it's already been decided. Oh well, let me fact check myself. Hang on.
Yeah, because I know like the Kraber, the peacekeeper, and the the prowler.
Yeah, Prowler. Right. Yeah, as of okay, hang on.
I know it's getting its own ammo type.
Yeah. Bow League. Okay. Called the Bosic bow
Mm-hmm.
or Bochick bow. I don't know. But okay, so yeah, and okay, so it says Apex Legends new Bosic bow will use actual arrows,
Yeah.
which is neat.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other big updates about it is they're switching out some of the red weapons.
Yeah, I noticed. I think they said the Peacekeeper is now going to be a ground loot item.
Peacekeeper is going to be ground loot item, and the triple take is going to be a red item. I think that's a bold move because they're
Considering the
taking
Kraber exists.
well. So I say that because of the simple fact that one, the Peacekeeper is really powerful as it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Two, there there's only three snipers in the game right now, or four, I guess. There's four snipers in the game at the moment. One of them being the Kraber, which is already a red item, and then there was the triple take, the longbow, and the Sentinel. You're now taking away half of the snipers in the game
Yeah.
to put another, like, take one and put it into the care packages.
Mm-hmm.
So now you only have two choices as far as snipers go,
Yeah, and the
and that's
Sentinel kind of sucks.
the Sentinel and the longbow. Longbow's kind of shitty. Sentinel's super
Well, the
powerful and
longbow
like
used to be
really
a heavy
good.
weapon.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, yeah. So the scout and the longbow were the first two snipers in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, sorry, it was the scout longbow triple take.
Yeah,
Um,
because the
but
triple
they
take used to
were
be an energy weapon,
yes,
and the scout, actually did damage.
yeah. The scout was light weapon, and
Still is
then
a light
longbow
weapon.
was heavy. Well, yeah, but so whenever or a couple seasons later, they introduced just strictly sniper ammo,
Mm-hmm.
and so the sniper ammo, and then the sniper class, and the scout was actually included in that. So it was the scout longbow triple take, and then the Kraber was still out of the thing, and then they moved and made the scout an assault rifle, and it no longer takes uh sniper attachments, and then they introduced a sentinel.
Yeah, I don't like the Sentinel.
I do. I think it's if you have so you have to have a very specific setup in order, in my opinion, to run the Sentinel. Because in order for it to be powerful, you absolutely have to carry a ton of shield cells, not
Yeah.
only for yourself but for the sniper itself.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like you have to have purple or gold backpacks so you have plenty of space. You have to carry like 4 stacks of shield cells alone. And then that includes, needing to keep your ammo supply high,
Right.
um your secondary weapons ammo supply high, and then also keeping basically you have to sacrifice your throwables for the shield cells,
See,
in my
yeah.
opinion.
Because I mean, you should always have a med kit. You should always have a Phoenix kit in your inventory. It's
I
just
have one I always try to have 1 stack of everything.
yep.
So like if I have a small backpack with where I only have 12 slots, then 5 of my slots are taken up by 1 stack of every healing item,
Yeah.
and then I just kind of fill the rest of the ammo. I don't
Right.
even try to worry about throwables.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I get blue or purple is when I start adding. I have like a system in my head that I kind of follow.
Right. Right. I
So
just I got monkey brain when I play Apex. I don't have like a setup. It's just I like it. I'll pick it up.
yeah, I have a specific setup that I try to use in Apex. Generally, the Spitfire and the alternator. A lot of people say the Spitfire is a cheat code and that you're a pussy if you use it. And I say, fuck you, play the game how you want. So piss
Yeah.
off. And it's
I always
a
run
solid gun.
what have I been using lately? I switch a lot. Like I'm starting to move more towards the Volt.
The Volt's a good one. I do, if I don't have an alternator, I use a Volt.
Mm-hmm. But like my
Um,
go-to is the R3. It's always going to be the
R301.
R3.
Yeah. Depending upon my playstyle for the day, generally I like it to use um the Spitfire for my long range,
Mm-hmm.
because it just hits hard. Like it
Yeah.
just has a lot. And then an R or an fuck, what did I say? Alternator.
Yeah.
And then if I'm feeling like being only close range, or I guess if we're playing on Olympus specifically,
I'm a better medium
because
range fighter in general.
yeah,
So
uh,
I always pick an R3 and then I try to have like an SMG on me. If not, I'll have the Mozambique.
yeah. So if I'm playing on Olympus and it's strictly close range, like especially like near end, I'll generally run. uh Volt Mastiff or Volt Eva
Yeah.
because it just I don't know close range and shotgun bolt and shotguns and the fucking the Mastiff is just nasty.
Yeah.
You hit right and then you're dead. So
Yeah.
um, but now that the Peacekeeper is going to be on the ground again, I don't wonder. I wonder if they're going to give it a nerf.
Oh, they're gonna have to, because I mean that's uh why it became a loot crate or whatever.
Yeah, that's why it became
Yeah.
in the loot.
Yeah. Because it was incredibly overpowered when it was a ground weapon, and now it's being a ground weapon again.
Yeah. So back to the bow. As I'm reading this, it's telling
Yeah.
us that it's a powerful weapon
Uh-huh.
for medium range.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be along the same range where it's like the triple take is really good mid range.
Okay. There's also a potential other leak that
Hmm.
I'm seeing here as well, and it's the potential for a new LMG.
Oh yeah, yeah. I did see something about it. I didn't dive too deep into it 'cause I'm like, you know what? I just want to be surprised.
Yeah, it's called the Dragon LMG, is what it says.
Yes.
Uh, okay, so okay, that makes sense actually. It's apparently a LMG that uses light ammo,
Yep. Which is
which would
which
make
is
sense.
fine. Yeah, because that's the only weapon class that doesn't have an LMG
Yeah,
besides snipers. If you want to count the charge rifle,
charge rifle's dumb.
it
I
is.
completely forgot about the charge
It's
rifle,
a
honestly.
Titanfall weapon,
Yeah.
so it's like imperative to
Uh,
the franchise.
yeah.
I'm just really
So let
glad
me
that they're going
see.
through with like the lore and just like connecting it more to Titanfall,
Mm-hmm.
because I have such a hard on for that for that game series.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It is such a fun. It's like if anybody who hasn't played Titanfall 2, like just fucking do it. If you're not even playing the multiplayer, at least play through the story.
Yeah. I personally haven't played it. I don't. I just haven't gotten it.
I talk it up a lot, man.
I really want to play it, honestly.
Hmm.
Um,
No, surprisingly, even though it came out like the same year Battlefield 1, like the multiplayer is still very active.
yeah.
And it's damn good fun to play.
Right. So
While we're on this topic, what is like your favorite franchise or series?
Far
Just
Cry.
Far Cry?
Far Cry.
I was gonna say like not
Hands
even in
down.
like video games, like movies. If you read books,
So my favorite. Oh, okay. So like my favorite series of anything.
yeah. I
Uh,
mean, fuck, you can give
but
like one of each,
I was gonna say it depends on the thing. It depends on
hmm
the stuff.
right?
Book series. That's a hard one. Oh,
Yeah,
actually, sorry, I do know. It's been a long time since I've read them, but it's the Alex Rider series from Anthony Horowitz.
yeah. I think Beth actually has those on her bookshelf.
Yes, they're very
Hmm.
good books. I love them. Um, Video games, Far Cry, 100% all day long. I I know I say I play a lot of Call of Duty. Call of Duty is just a time a game that I play
It's a
when I
good
don't.
casual thing to just get into.
Yeah, um, and that's specifically just it's simply because I beat Far Cry games within a week. I enjoy the games. Don't get me wrong, but I get so immersed into the story that I just have to beat it.
Yeah,
And then I also find just a bunch of silly stuff in the game. I mean, I go around and I try to 100%. I try to beat the game all three ways because you
right.
can beat the game three times. Sorry.
You're good.
So there's three different endings to the games all the time,
Hmm.
and it's so silly because if you know anything about Far Cry, I don't know if it was in Far Cry Primal. I don't think there was a way to quick beat the game, but like in Far Cry 4 and Far Cry 5, there's easy ways to beat the game. One of them is one of the ways is so Far Cry 4 at the very beginning of the game,
Right.
the guy simply says, "Wait here, and I'll be back." He takes a phone call, right? So if you just wait there in the front room for 10 minutes,
Yeah,
he
that's
comes
an
back and
ending.
you beat the game. Yeah, you
Yeah.
beat the game. It's really cool. Second ending is obviously you go through the whole game, kill the dude. Third ending is you go through the whole game, don't kill him. Simple as that.
Also love the
Um,
hunting mechanics.
Yeah, so I so badly wish that they had kept that in Far Cry because they
Yeah.
took it out in Far Cry 5.
Yeah, because I think Far Cry 4 did it really well
Yes.
with like
So
the
you had
legendary pouches and stuff.
so you have your legendary pouches and all that like just legendary equipment. And then you had your skill points, which were all like separate. And then Far Cry 5 came along or I guess Far Cry Primal did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
You had to hunt for your
That's
stuff.
the one I haven't played.
I haven't played it all the way through, but it was really good.
Mhm.
And then Far Cry 5, you just had skill points. Like it was strictly a skill point system,
Yeah.
which I was really sad about because I thought it was really good. Also, Far Cry 4 was so hard because sometimes you would just spawn like you would die, then you would spawn in and there'd be a rhino right next to you and it'd just fucking kill you.
Yeah. I love Far Cry
There
4
was
though.
there was no escaping it. Anyway, so endings. Far Cry 5 had the first ending where you walk into the chapel and if you just decide to leave, the game's over. You win. Um I wouldn't say you win because I don't feel like you actually win in that game. Pisses me off. And then there's the one where you oh gosh, what was it? Oh, you basically get the same option again at the end of the game when you beat it. So he can say you can leave now and I'll forget anything ever happened, and then you leave. Except I think he shoots you with like a dart or whatever, and then you get taken. Or you fight through, try to kill Joseph Seed, and then he just takes you to a bunker and you're kind of fucked. So neat, right?
Yeah.
Fucking Joseph, I hate that guy.
He's such a
I
good antagonist though.
he really is like oh he was made for you to hate him. Like
Yeah.
it was so well built. Uh, when Far Cry New Dawn became a game, and I saw that Joseph Seed was in that one, I had to get it. And then there's the part where you immediately and you have the chance to kill him. He's like, "Here, you must do it." Literally zero hesitation. I said, "Fuck you, dude," and I shot him. Like
It's like in the
it
Modern
was
Warfare 2 remaster, there's an achievement where when you're about to do the obstacle course at the very beginning of the game,
Mhm.
General Shepard overwatch like is watching that entire obstacle course.
Uh-huh.
Once you pick up your first weapon, if you shoot him, it gives you an achievement.
Really?
Yeah, and I think it's like I can't remember what it's called now, but it's like essentially like the achievement. It's just like, oh, you knew this, like he was this bad guy before the game even started.
Yeah, hang on.
You're looking it up.
Yeah, shoot. General Shepard. Yeah, so it says earn a trophy for killing Shepard early.
Mhm.
Uh,
I think it's like precognitive.
Hidden trophy called yeah, precognitive paranoia is what it's called.
Yeah,
Damn, that's
it's
funny.
a
I actually
solid
didn't know
one.
I didn't
Yeah,
know that was a thing. That's funny.
that's
Um,
only in the remaster, and that's what sucks. Is they
well, it's
fucked
just
the
great.
remaster.
Yeah, I got the remaster for free and I tried playing it and I was like, damn, I hate this.
Yeah,
Like on like Modern Warfare, I have the hot take that Modern Warfare 2 has never been my favorite. Like everyone swears by Modern Warfare 2. They're like, damn, it was the best game ever made so far.
I don't agree with that, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Modern Warfare 2. There's a lot of really good memories on it, but God, it's not the greatest Call of Duty of that generation.
No.
Now everyone's
I
swearing it's Black Ops 2, and I don't even agree with that one either.
for me it's Black Ops. I think Black Ops revolutionized a lot of the stuff.
I think
Uh
it's tied for me between the first Black Ops and Modern Warfare 3.
yeah, I do agree with that. I think Modern Warfare 3 did a lot of really good stuff too.
Hmm.
I just don't like modern I didn't like I reiterate it all the time. Again, it's just like I don't like Infinity Ward games. It's just that's it.
Yeah, but it had a
So
really good survival mode.
it did. I agree with that. I did end up playing that one time or a couple of times with I think some of you guys are
Yeah.
with our buddy. Um
Although I think, oh God, was this Ghosts that we were having this? We were all hanging out. It was like you, me, Caleb. Nathaniel and Josh. And the saddest sentence Josh has ever said came out of his mouth that night. Because Caleb was kicking all of our
No,
asses. Was it Ghosts?
no, it was not. It was Modern Warfare 2.
Okay. It was one of
No,
them. No, no, no,
it
no.
was.
It was either Ghosts or one of the Black Ops.
I think it was one of the Black Ops because I was able to actually kind of keep up with you guys.
Yeah, but
I remember.
Josh
But yeah,
said the saddest sentence where he's like,
it's
I come home and play Call of Duty for 6 hours every day after school, and he's still kicking my ass. And it's
yeah,
like, that
he's
is
like
the saddest sentence.
he's like I have dedicated my life to this game for years. Come home, play this game for 6 hours a day after school, and this guy picks up a controller and fucks me.
It was like the saddest sentence I've ever heard. Not
No, it
sad
was
in like the you feel bad for him. The sad is like, wow, this is what you're doing.
well, it's one of those things where you're like, this guy really likes video games, but he fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Like, you almost feel bad
Because
for him,
for
but at
like
the
the
same,
longest time, we were all around the same skill level.
yeah, I always lagged behind because growing up I never had game
Mm,
systems with any of you guys.
yeah,
My only time to play was around you guys, so
right.
I always lagged behind. But now I think,
You and I had definitely come out on the top as far as like the controller shooters go.
uh,
But I mean, Caleb,
it depends on the
Caleb's just
controller
so good
shooter.
at everything.
Yeah, fuck Caleb. Funny guy, great to hang out with. Fuck him because he's really good at video games in general.
And he doesn't mean to try hard, but he does it. Because that's
Yeah.
just how far above everyone else he is.
Yep. Stupid. He shoots so straight.
Yeah, he has perfect recoil control.
Yeah. Well, and
I
that
mean,
just
what do
comes
you get
from
for? I mean, he played for the esports team for Wichita State. I mean, if
yeah.
he's
Played
good
for
enough,
Wichita State. He played semi pro,
yeah,
Counter Strike for a very long time.
yeah.
So I don't know.
Him
Guy's
and
crazy.
him and I were doing weekly Smash Bros tournaments.
He's also really good at Smash Bros. Yeah.
He's
Fuck that
amazing at
guy.
Smash Bros.
Pisses me off.
Yeah.
Um. What else? What was I gonna say? Oh, I had something in mind and then I
Hmm.
forgot.
Oh, you hadn't done your movie yet. You did your book and your video game.
Movie. Book, video game, a movie.
Okay,
Right,
so
we got on a long ass tangent. Go
if you
ahead. You
need
know what you do video games or
okay, so it depends on my favorite book because I have untreated ADHD from when I was a kid. And so like sitting down to read a book is a very difficult task for me. And I can't just listen to them because a lot of those readers just read too slow for me to just sit there and enjoy it.
yeah.
Um and I have such a cuz like every especially in trilogies, every sequel has just an ungodly amount of filler. It doesn't matter the series, it doesn't matter what the book is about. It just the second book just is always filled with just the most boring pieces of filler.
Yes.
Like Catching Fire from the Hunger Games trilogy
Yep.
suffers from it really bad.
Well, so is Mockingjay.
Mockingjay does have a fair amount of filler.
I think Hunger Games is easily. So I always say that Hunger Games is the best book in the series, but Catching Fire is my favorite conceptually.
Hmm. Well, yeah, because it's such a good like idea.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, they won the Hunger Games, and now they have to go to every district, and then like
Well,
they,
and then
it's
they have
like
to go back into the Hunger Games.
yeah, and then it's like the idea of PTSD starts
Yeah.
really like. I love when books or like series like that really dive into the psychological trauma of the events.
Yeah, it sucked.
Like one of Beth's favorite series is Gone. And essentially what it is like a group of teenagers or like a large amount of teenagers in like this circle are like put into a dome. She reads a lot of YA books, and I kind of agree with why. Like YA kind of hits a weird niche for a lot of people in our generation just because adult fiction, a lot of it sucks.
Yeah.
A lot of adult fiction sucks. There's a lot of tropes with young adult that I have issues with though.
Hmm.
Where it's just like, I hate the chosen one stereotypes now. I'm starting to really hate the chosen one stereotype. Uh, but yeah, just anytime like a book really delves into like PTSD, I think, or just any like traumatic stress disorder,
Right.
it's a really good read. I was a Percy Jackson kid. I loved the
Okay,
Percy
Percy
Jackson
Jackson
films or
was a good
the
one.
books. I hated the films. Uh, you know, easily.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people say the same thing.
Well, yeah, because the films deviated so much from the books. It was like Fox was trying to make their own movie.
Yeah. Um, so I figured out my movie series,
Uh huh.
and it's only a trilogy,
Hmm.
unless they come out with another one sometime soon. In which case,
Right.
thank you, but
Is it one of those
um,
like it's very likely to happen?
no, probably not.
Okay.
But it's Kung Fu Panda.
Okay. No, I
I
agree with that.
I love the Kung Fu Panda movies
The
so
first two are
much.
so good.
The
I
third
haven't
one's
seen
really
the
good
third. I
too.
haven't seen the third one.
Okay, honestly though, the third one is really good.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh. Um,
See, I don't know. Like you could say
in
Kung
my
Fu
opinion,
Panda,
they
but
get better.
I think How to Train Your Dragon is the best DreamWorks series
Oh, I also love How to Train Your Dragon. That's a tough one for me, and
because
really,
they both get better with every installment.
exactly. I haven't seen How to Train Your Dragon 3 yet. I
You need
really
to.
need to. I
You
know.
need
I
to.
really need to, but I haven't yet. But what I was gonna say is the the reason and the only reason I did not say How to Train Your Dragon is because pandas are my favorite animal.
Yeah.
I love them so much. They're so cute. I got to see a panda in real life a couple summers ago at the San Diego Zoo, and I filled the hole in my heart that I needed.
You know the furthest west I've ever gone is actually Denver.
That's it.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know.
Well,
I'm
the
missing out
furthest
on a lot,
east,
man.
the furthest east I've ever gone is Branson, Missouri.
Oh yeah, you didn't go on the DC trip, did you?
No, no, because my mom was stupid and wouldn't let me go, even though I had the ability to go.
Well, I'll take that trip with you someday.
Thank you.
I actually would love to go to the East Coast again. Actually,
I want to go to
the furthest east I've gone is I've Orlando, Florida.
really.
Yeah.
How's that?
Eh,
Okay,
it's Florida.
right. All
Actually,
right.
no,
What's your favorite
technically it's
game?
Indian Harbor Beach is the furthest east I've gone because it's
Okay,
right off the coastline.
gotcha.
Yeah. But okay, so
Game series.
see, I don't know because I still haven't picked my book.
Okay,
Um
well, pick your book.
so okay.
Here, let me try to make it
I'll just
easy
go
for
Percy
you.
Jackson. I'll stick Percy Jackson. I really
Okay,
like it.
okay.
It's a really solid series. Favorite video game. Okay, so this is a kind of a tough one for me. I think I'm gonna go the original Spyro trilogy
Good one.
because it's just first off, it's like the games I know the exploits for. Like
Yeah,
I've memorized all of 2 and 3. The first one gets a little tricky on me because there's some gym locations I just forget about
yeah,
because they're all like the 1 and 2s that everyone forgets.
yep.
But though, dude, those games are just so solid.
They are good. The only reason why I say Far Cry is because I'm a big fan. So I'm a big fan of first-person shooters for the first
Right,
part, right?
right.
I'm a big fan of bow combat
Hmm.
in video games, which is why I liked Horizon Zero
It has
Dawn.
the best bow combat, I would
It
say.
does. Um, but it also it I really like a game that makes me feel like I am there, right?
Yeah.
I really like a game that makes me feel like I am the person I'm playing as.
Well,
And
it
Far
does a really
Cry,
good job of putting you in the environment.
Far Cry does that so well.
It really
It's so good at
does.
it. It's like I don't know. There's not a whole lot I can do to explain it, but to me, they just do it far better than any other game I've ever played.
I really enjoy the
And I
Borderlands series.
Borderlands is really good too. One of these days, I'm sure. I guess as a topic we can do like top 10 game series.
Yeah, I would love to do top 10s for this show. I think that would
Um,
be a really good. I think we have a really good format to do that.
I think we do too.
Yeah. I
But
don't know. What do you guys
um,
think in the Twitter comments?
yeah, ask peaked or recommend peaked. I don't know, do something.
It's Ask Peaked, yeah.
Well, I say ask peaked because that's
That's
our
like our
Q&A
big, yeah, that's our
hashtag.
big
But
hashtag.
you can I guess recommend hashtag recommend peaked. Also, you do that. I don't know
Yeah.
if I remember that.
Yeah. Or I mean, shit, every time we tweet, just like leave a comment under it.
Talk about this.
Yeah.
Which speaking of, we did get our first comment
Yeah.
the other day.
Yeah.
One of our good friends actually. It's from her, so like I don't know if it counts,
Yeah, but she's
but
like technically an outsider.
yeah. Uh, but yeah, she told us that she loved the second episode. And that made me feel so good about myself.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. It felt good to get like an outside opinion.
it does. It feels good to
Yeah.
know that I make someone laugh.
Yeah.
So, um, okay, I have a question for you.
Okay.
What is how do I word this? I know what I want to ask, but I don't know how to ask it. What is one thing you've done to your significant other that has made you feel like you're on death's door or you're at death's door? Like whether it be something that like you teased her so much where she was like about to punch you in the
Hmm.
face or something.
Oh man, are you trying to oust me right here to my wife?
No, no. No, I'm saying like what have you done like to tease her or something where it just like
So there's
it
there's a few
it was
instances.
it was crazy funny, but at the same time you knew you were about to die.
So there's a few instances. Cody's been witness to a few of them.
Yep, I'm good.
One of my favorites that I've ever done, and when you're torturing someone, you should never start the list with "This is my favorite moment." But there was one day we were driving home from work because this is when we both worked at the skating rink in Wichita,
Hmm.
and I had this like whole process to it. So I preemptively rolled up the windows and locked them and said, "Hey babe, how much do you love me?" And she told me, "Oh, I really enjoy your company, blah blah," like genuine answer. And then I sharted and I locked the windows.
Michael, come on, dude.
It's so bad. Cause she looked at me and she was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And then she went to roll down the window and then she was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
That's so funny. That's like such a shitty thing to do, but it's really funny.
I know. And I'm like 99% sure I sharted. Like there was no like fart to it.
It was shart.
It was because it was the after work gas you get,
Yeah.
and you're like, man, I've been polite for my entire shift. I haven't let out anything. I need to just release right now.
Yeah, like marching band whenever the bippers were too tight and you just
Oh, dude,
the
the
gas never
bubble,
got
the
yeah,
bubble.
it was bad.
And
Um
what's sad is we never like we always thought about talking to the incoming freshmen about it, but we never mentioned the bubble.
I know, I didn't even think about it because it only ever happened 1 year. For me at least.
Yeah.
I hear your dog just really having a great time back there.
I know. I have to lock her in, or else she'll like bang on the doors because she has separation anxiety.
Good dog.
Even when I'm in the house, she freaks out if I'm in a different room.
Wow. Um
Yeah.
so for me, I've done it a couple times now, and today was probably one of the worst ones because I did it today. This is the only reason
Yeah.
why I thought of it. So, first time, or we went to. It's not the first time, but the first time I did it,
Mm.
we were in. We were in the drive-through for Starbucks,
I
and
already like where this is going.
we are we're ordering our drinks, and she's driving, and so I'm in the passenger seat. And she always
Mm.
puts her purse between like on the floorboard between my legs,
Yeah.
and so she says, "Hey, can you get in my purse and grab my wallet?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So it just gets it just anyway. So I look in her purse and I'm like, you know what? I'm a shithead, so I'm gonna do something funny. And so I reach in and I don't grab her wallet. I grab a receipt and I hand it to her. And she's
Oh,
not paying. And she's not paying attention. So I hand it to her. She grabs it. And she's like, "No, my wallet." I was like, "Oh, okay." And so I take the receipt back, put it back in her purse, and I grab
dude, I
another
do that shit
receipt.
too. I do this shit
Uh,
all the time.
I grab a second receipt, and I hand it to her. She's like, "No, my wallet." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I grab her wallet and I open her wallet, and I grab another receipt. And I handed it to her, and she said, "No, my card." And
No, you know
I'm
it'd be
like,
so funny
"Oh,
if you just kept handing her the same receipt.
no, I'm getting there." So, so then I grab a card that's not her debit card, and I hand it to her, and she says, "No, my debit card." And I'm like, "Oh." And so then I basically, the long story short, I go through one by one every item in her purse and wallet and try to hand it to her as a payment method up until we get to the window.
That's really good.
Yeah. So to upgrade today, we're in the drive-through to Starbucks, the same Starbucks that we were in before, and I start doing that. I did that basically. I did the same thing that I had done before. And
Yeah.
her mom's in the car, by the way, so this is even funnier because her mom's dying in the back seat. Um, so I do the same thing with the thing, and she finally gets fed up and like grabs her card.
Yeah.
And so then I start fucking with literally everything in the car, everything in the car. So, so I start off and I turned her hazards on. She turned them off, and then I mess with the radio station, and she changes it back, and then I just like very quickly turned the air conditioner all the way up, turned it to all the way hot, and I turned all vents towards her really fast.
Oh God, no.
And she was like, "God damn it!" Her mom's in the back seat, like just losing it, and I'm also laughing really hard. God, it
Have
was.
you ever gotten her with an up dog?
No, I haven't. I
Dude,
need to try that.
dude, it was the most satisfying thing in my marriage. It's not even like the sex. It was the up dog incident.
That's funny.
That is my most satisfying moment.
My
So she's making
my
dinner in the kitchen, right? And she's having a good time. She's bopping to some music and whatnot. I'm in the kitchen. I think I was doing dishes, and I pause her music, and I'm like, "Oh, babe, this smells really good." She's like, "Oh, thank you." I'm like, "It smells like Up Dog." What? Yeah, it smells really good. It smells like Up Dog. What the fuck is Up Dog? Not much. What about you, homie? It was just the
Damn.
the conviction of the what the fuck is Up Dog? Like she
Yes.
was mad that she hasn't seen me in a long time.
That's so funny. So Tamara, her entire life has been just very like abuse, almost like I wouldn't say like abuse in a bad way, but
But
like abused.
like
But
in that context,
yeah,
yeah.
where her dad has just like like just constant dad jokes, right? Her dad is
Right.
like king
She's
dad
the
jokes.
she's the butt of the joke all the time.
Yeah, all the time, all the time. No matter like I met her aunt, which is her dad's sister, and literally she said the same thing. She's like, my entire childhood was filled with this ever since I was a kid, and so he's just like he's a man child like to the
Yeah.
like forever, and so I love dad jokes. I just think they're funny. And so I now have this thing where I always tell dad jokes. And my favorite dad joke right now is what's leather and sounds like a sneeze?
What?
A shoe. It's just and the funny thing about that,
That's like
so
anti jokes, man.
it really is. I love anti jokes.
Like the whole
It's
like
like
what's brown and sticky? I don't know. A stick.
mud. Oh. Or what's red and hurts when you bite it?
What?
A brick.
But hang on. Another one. Why did Sally fall off the swing set?
She had no arms.
No, she was shot.
Oh,
Knock knock.
who's there?
Not Sally.
I love that. Um, but yeah, so that joke I told my
Mhm.
our buddy Evan that we play Apex a lot with and Call of Duty.
Yeah.
We were at dinner and I told that joke, and him and I and one other person cried laughing.
Dude, dad
Mind you,
humor is so funny.
we had a couple drinks, so like we were all kind of tipsy, but
Yeah.
like we cried laughing, and I mean cried laughing for like 20 minutes. And Tamara's just standing there, like sitting there, stone faced, looking at me like I fucking hate you, dude.
Dude, I do that all the time. Like, when Beth is like, when I'm about to sit down and we're about to watch a movie, she's like, "Hey, can you hit the lights?" Sometimes I'll physically punch the lamp. It's like, you told me to hit the lights. Maybe I only
That's
find that
funny.
one funny.
No, it's funny.
You were just so silent. I was like, dude, just pity laugh. Come on.
No, it's funny. Like I was also thinking about something.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, there was the time at Cheddar's when I was messing with that knife and the waiter
oh
came up to me.
dude, I think about that a lot. Like, I don't know why, but I think about that one moment so often. Like, I don't know why. It's just
I love that I've occupied a space in your head.
I just, it's just I don't know why, but it's like one of the dumbest yet funniest things that I've ever like experienced with you in public. And just the way you reacted was like, "Fuck, I'm in trouble." But you're just like playing with a knife with your cast. Or no, it was your non-cast arm. You were just like
Yeah.
trying to like scratch the back of your arm or do something, and the waiter
Yeah.
comes up and you like drop it on the table.
And I tried to like act so nonchalant about it. Like
Yeah.
hands are on the table, like folded together. I'm like, "Hello, sir.
It's just
How was thy
oh,
evening?"
oh my god, it was just
Oh, you didn't. Oh man, you should have been in the car when Justin and I were trying to sign up for the Church of Scientology.
oh no.
It was the funniest fucking car ride. Because it was just like most of it was spent trying to find the church in Wichita.
Hmm.
And then the rest of it was like, what are we gonna do when we get in there? And we would like create these little scenarios
Oh
where it's
my
just
god.
we found it. It's off this,
Something.
and it's like
Oh
this
right. Yeah.
and it's like this house. It's just a house.
Uh-huh.
But it has the sign where it's L. Ron Hubbard Church of Scientology. And it's just like, wow, you really just bought a house and was like, yeah, I'm gonna spout my religion out of it.
Yeah.
Would you like some fruit snacks to go with your made up religion?
It's just oh my gosh. So many silly moments. What's another oh my gosh.
All the Krispy Kreme runs.
I don't think I was a part of a lot of the Krispy Kreme runs.
I think you were present for a couple of them.
Yeah, but not a ton. I mean, again, we didn't get along super well in high school,
Yeah, that's
so like
true.
we didn't like hang out
Oh,
a lot a lot.
were you at the senior year after prom? Not at the actual like after prom, but the one we did at Nathaniel's,
Yes,
where I bought like $200 worth of snacks.
yes, I remember that vaguely, and it's only because I had a terrible night.
Oh yeah, that night was
Not
awful.
not at Nathaniel's, but at prom,
Yeah.
because my ex girlfriend was, oh my, she pissed me off, and I was just like, fuck this. Um. So yeah,
Wasn't that the year that like one of our not so friends brought an outside date and she liked us more than she liked him? Like just enjoyed our company more.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but didn't he bring like an outside date like from a
Was
different
he
school?
was he in our group?
Yeah, he was at that after prom.
No, it wasn't not the after prom thing. That's what I'm talking about. But was he in our group, like our dinner group?
I don't know. I didn't go to that prom.
You guys didn't go to that prom?
I didn't go to the prom. No, I skipped senior year. I went sophomore and junior year, and I was like, yep, that's it. I'm good.
Yeah. Who? I'm trying to remember if he was in our group. I think he may have been. I'm not sure. You know what? Hang on. Facebook, tell me. I think he was. I just can't remember who his date
Yeah.
was.
Nope. I got me, man.
I don't know.
I showed up to Nathaniel's with $200 worth of snacks. That's
Again,
that was
I
my prom
remember
night.
that. I remember that.
Yeah,
Again,
because it was like
vaguely, but I
four
remember.
12 packs of Baja Blast because
It was
that's when they
so
made it.
much. It was so much.
Dude,
Okay,
we were
here's
drinking that for like
some of my
a
prom
good solid
pictures.
few months, man.
I know. There was one time I bought like 4 12 packs of soda. Which was in my prom group. It just we don't. There's not a picture of any of our.
Yeah.
Let's see. We don't have a picture of all 12 of us because there was 12 of us in that group.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was. Oh, and this was around. This was the time that Tyler, that I think was hate. Was it Tyler that was dating Haley?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, he was in our group.
Let's
Anyway,
dox these people.
sorry.
No, you're
I
good.
Yeah, I don't know, but I do remember that though.
Yeah,
I
and it
think
was
you're
weird
right.
because it's like she clearly didn't like being around him. But then like when we were all hanging out and making jokes and she was like, "Yeah, this is a good group of people."
Right.
But she clearly didn't want to be there in general.
Yeah. Gosh. Sorry, now I'm
I
just
think
doing
there was
color
another person
research.
there that also had a date from outside of town.
The at Nathaniel's.
Yeah.
Phoebe was there, but Nathaniel and Phoebe went together that year.
I didn't go. Was
You didn't go.
Leslie was there, I think.
No. At Nathaniel's?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's dude, that was so long ago. It was
I'm
6
like,
years ago. Holy shit.
stop it. I know I'm old. Stop.
Ugh.
My freaking. Oh, come on, bro. Sorry, I'm like trying to look all this up because
Yeah,
I
no,
want to
you're
know
good.
now.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I want to know.
I'm curious.
I'm like looking through everyone's freaking pictures now. Uh, nope, nope, nope. Well, oh wait, here it is. Yes, okay, uh-huh.
Mhm.
That was it.
Yeah. There was two people in that group that had dates outside of town. I knew it.
No, no,
Oh.
oh, sorry. In my group,
Oh, yeah.
there was only. Yeah, that's right. I can't remember who that is that Sage brought, but yeah, she liked us better than him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Well, I was saying like sorry to him.
Oh. I'm just sorry we're better people.
Right.
You know how to have fun.
We are freaking awesome. Anyway,
We're not fun to hang out with now because we get indigestion every time we decide to go somewhere, but
yeah.
yeah. Because, oh, dude, we treated our bodies so awful in high school.
I still treat my body awful.
Remember the pepperoni log?
Explain.
So I bought a pepperoni log and left it in Nathaniel's fridge.
I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, it was like the sacred. I mean, it wasn't like the sacred Sonic drink that
I
like
so badly wanted to take that down.
everybody did because it had ants in it.
It was disgusting.
It was so gross, and he wouldn't let anybody touch it.
I tried to take it down one day, and he like literally threatened to like punch me in the face, and I was like, "Bro, really? Come on,
Yeah,
stop."
dude, Josh is just a force of chaos, man. You can't mess with him.
I know. I hope he's better now, but still.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to do like a big group reunion one of these days, but I'm just afraid of it going south.
Yeah, me too.
Well, It's about that time.
It's about that
It is
time.
about that time. It's about that time.
It's about that time
I don't know why I yelled.
to
Um,
go.
we would like to thank everybody for listening up to this point.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Sorry it got rambly, but you know what? Life.
Yeah,
Also, if you don't like it, go away.
yeah,
Just kidding. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Love us.
yeah. Please, we're desperate. Just maybe
I
a
wouldn't.
little affection.
I wouldn't say desperate. But
Yeah,
in need. Yes.
yeah. And no matter where you're from, Spotify, iTunes, Anchor, wherever else this podcast is, we love you. Thank you so much for listening. Remember, if on iTunes, like rate us.
Yeah.
Like,
Also,
love to
we
get more
stream.
traction. Yeah,
Yeah.
we stream now. We stream.
We stream. So check me out at King Bear 97 or 90. One of the
It's
I can't
97.
remember. Okay, King Bear 97 on Twitch.
I'm at just Mike Solely. I changed my Twitch. I rebranded, so I'm just Mike Solely now, and I think I'm gonna stay that way for the foreseeable future.
I like it. It fits
Um,
you better.
yeah. Well, and Jimmy Lowell. I think that's part of the reason why I wasn't getting any traction.
It's the old you.
Yeah,
You're the new you
I'm the
now.
new me. New year, new
So,
me, new bees.
but anyway, yeah, check us out there. I try to stream a
Yeah.
few times a week. Michael and I have some ideas even for streaming coming up
Yep.
soon.
Yeah. Oh, we
So
got some great
check.
podcast episodes coming out. Because we do have some ideas that we're gonna work in the future.
Yes.
We have, the streams especially are gonna just get higher quality from here on out.
Yep.
But yeah, no, thank you for listening. And on Twitter, don't forget, to ask questions using the hashtag AskPeaked. That is lowercase a, uppercase P, because we're a noun.
We are noun. A proper noun at that.
Yeah,
So
because we are a object.
yes. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys, and I'm out.
Yeah, blow your nose. It's allergy season. You got to clean out your sinuses. Love you guys.